Aries, happy March 2018. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. This is Dark Dove Tarot. I added, I'm adding a little more energy to the cards. I did pre-shuffle this month because last month I shuffled quite a bit and I had a lot of people saying, well, why can't you shuffle on camera? But I position my camera exactly where I want it so you can see the cards, and if I move it throughout the read, it's just going to take up more time. So I'm going to do what I normally do, which is add a little more energy, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So as you know, my reads are based on love and anybody looking to reconcile. Now again, generally love for singles. I will touch base on reconciliation, but this is for singles. Those tend to be the people who contact me for private reads, who have questions, who email me, etc. And then I know a lot of people will tend to watch reads for reconciliation, so I always like to tie that in as well. So, Aries, this is for you, March 2018. It's a general read, so always make sure to check your sun, moon, and rising, as some months those may resonate with you more than others. Hopefully this resonates with the majority of you, but again, check your other signs. Sometimes those give you clarity as well. Any likes, subscribes, comments, etc. is greatly appreciated because, you know, for me to understand what you're looking for, what you want, or what's going to make you happy. Any comments you have, suggestions, etc. I'm always very, very grateful to listen to. I'm going to pull your theme of the month card and we're going to get started. I am shortening the reads. Sometimes I get people who say don't, and then other times I get people who say it's a little long. But to be able to get these out to everybody with, you know, in a good amount of time, without crossing over into the month, it's easiest if I do that by shortening them up again a little bit. So, all right, Aries, let's go ahead and pull your theme of the month card. Oh, and you had two pop out, so I'm going to put those back and start again here, and then we'll get started. Again, if you want a private read, the information is in the description. And here we go. You have the Page of Coins. All right, so for the theme of the month, the Page of Coins is actually pretty positive. This is somebody who's very pragmatic. They're thinking about the future, looking ahead, you know, wondering what they can do to kind of push things along and succeed in life. This is about having aspirations, so having goals, connecting with what it is you want. So if you're single or if you're looking to reconcile, there's some deep thought this month about what you want, but it's good because you're aspiring to be something better today, better tomorrow, etc. But you're also being very careful about making better decisions than maybe you have in the past. So getting started, your current position coming into the month of March is the Magician. I love the Magician card. This is about control, connections, versatility, kind of, you know, I always point out with this card, kind of turning water into wine or wine into water, whatever you prefer. This is somebody who knows what they want and goes after it. Very in sync with the Page of Coins. So if you're single, this says, look, you're probably meeting a lot of different people, or you have the potential to. Maybe you haven't been dating in a long time, maybe you're just starting, or maybe you've been dating for a while and things are starting to connect. This is about meeting different people, and having the ability to connect with different people on several levels. So if you're single, this is saying maybe instead of going out thinking this is exactly what I need, or this is exactly what I want, or they need to have this, or they need to have that, you're just open to all genres, all, you know, anybody who really approaches you, you'll communicate with, unless obviously there's some bullshit or red flags or anything there. So if you're single, you're just feeling kind of open and up for new ideas, new adventures. If you're dating currently, I feel like you've made a few connections and maybe you're perplexed in who's the best partner for me, or what is the best, you know, how can I control the situation, and not controlling in a negative way, but controlling it in really knowing what you want and understanding who's being genuine with you, or maybe who's not being so genuine, or who fits in the friend category versus somebody who fits in more of a well-rounded category that could hit other needs, not just friendship, not just lust, etc., if that makes sense. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is also about you connecting. So somewhere along the line, they're contacting you or you're contacting them, but this will also be very controlled for you. I feel like it will be kind of a push and pull. If you're feeling like getting into in-depth conversations, or if you're feeling like really coming back together with that deep connection, then you will. And if you're not, you're going to be very versatile as well in coming and going, letting things go, but getting emotional when you need to. You may not connect right away. I feel like it's going to be very touch and go with the Magician. But whether you're single or looking to reconcile, this is a manifestation coming into March of what you want. This is kind of understanding what you want, understanding your goals and where you're going with it. And now you're trying to figure out, how am I going to put this into play? So again, if you're single, you may have a lot of suitors, which, you know, you guys are a fire sign, and that's very typical for you because people are drawn to your energy. But if you're single, this is you meeting different people, but again, allowing yourself to not be manipulated and really show a self-control in saying, okay, this is what I want and this isn't what I want. It's really interesting, Aries, because I'm kind of feeling like stuck as I'm talking about this card, because it feels really good. Like for the first time, you feel like you're in a groove. And if you're not there yet, it's coming. Some of you are probably going to be like, well, Dark Dove, like I'm not even talking to anybody, but something's coming, like a big surge of people. If you're online dating, or if you're speed dating, or even just, you might notice somebody stopping to talk to you randomly, you know, at the park or the grocery store or something. There's some sort of vibe you're putting off here that's really magnetic. And if you're looking to reconcile, that may be what draws this person into contacting you. Maybe it's been months. Maybe it's been a year. Maybe you tried to contact them and now all of a sudden they're going, hey, you know, you're coming up in my mind. There's something going on that's drawing me to you. So the next card you have is anything you're feeling coming into the month, anything internal, any of the Ace of Pentacles. So really positive. This is about new beginnings. This is about, again, aspirations. This Page of Coins seems to be something that's gonna play out the month for you quite well. The Ace of Pentacles is new beginnings, but again, also goals and achieving goals. So you're feeling very much like you can attain what you want this month, or at least figure out the best way to go about getting what you want. So if you're single, this is definitely about new beginnings, opportunity, prosperity. So as I said, there's going to be some potential people coming in, and I think that you know that. If you haven't met potential suitors, you will meet them. And this is saying, look, they may be coming in droves for whatever reason. There's some sort of magnetism that you're drawing these people to you this month. So if you're single, there's suitors there, you're feeling good, but what's going to trip you up a little bit is the connection you may have. So you may sit here, even though this is extremely positive, it may fluster you a little bit this month, Aries, because you may be like, gosh, everybody seems like they could really fit the vibe, and I'm just not sure who to pick or how to go about this, because you may feel like, well, this person I thought was going to be fantastic. Well, this person, it turns out they're fantastic. Or I thought, you get my point. It's just, I think you're going to feel a little overwhelmed because you're not going to know which way to turn. And for some of you, I feel like it's going to be, you're starting out dating this month, or you started, you know, last month. And so it's still new. And so you're just trying to figure out how to work through everything and how to figure out, you know, really who's bullshitting you and who's not, who's genuine and who's not. So the feeling of having all these opportunities may narrow itself down for you when people start showing their true colors. Again, not a negative thing. It's just, obviously not everybody in the world is right for everybody. If you're looking to reconcile, this is new beginnings and new opportunities for you. So that makes me kind of feel like if this person contacts you, you may be on cloud nine. You may be like, hey, you're contacting me. It's been forever since we talked, but you're focused on something else. Yes, you miss this person. Yes, you feel like you guys had this deep connection because somehow that's coming back this month for you in whatever communication you have or anything you figured out on your own. But this ace is saying, be careful there, because there's some prosperity and new beginnings here that you could connect with somebody else. Now, I'm not saying that reconciliation is not possible, but I am saying that there may be somebody who came into light recently and now this person's popping back up going, hey, I'm here. And you're going, I got to think about it. Which connection is stronger? Or what do I really want? What do I aspire to have? What are my goals? And can I get there with you? The next card you have is your distant past. Oh, sorry. Over the next few weeks, or sorry, the past 5 to 10 years or so. So again, distant past. And you have the 8 of Cups. So I always read this together because whether you're single or looking to reconcile, this card represents anything you may want to avoid, you know, getting into bad habits or old habits, not, you know, kind of breaking the chain, so to speak, if you've had bad past relationships or things in, you know, your childhood or family life, etc. Or it can be something that you need to remember and harness that energy in order to get through the month and achieve whatever it is you're looking for love-wise. And you have the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups, this is somebody who, back in the day, if you were dating, nothing ever moved forward. You were always stuck in like the friend zone, or you were always stuck in, well, we'll eventually move in together, we'll eventually have kids. And for some of you, I picture you being like, this is not how I pictured my life to be. And so that's why you're feeling so inspired to really think about what it is you want to then be able to achieve it. Because this right here, this 8 is saying, I don't want any of that. I just want this one special person in my life. But maybe it's taken you a long time to get there. Or maybe you haven't gotten there and it's been years and years and years. But you can't dwell on that. There's something inside you, Aries, that says, now is the time. Like, this is the time that I can find them. This is the time that I need to be positive about it. And yes, there was a point in your life where things are not moving forward with whoever you were dating. Things felt stagnant. And now the 8 of Cups is saying, look, things will move, but you can't dwell on the dissatisfaction from before. You can't dwell on, well, you can do whatever the hell you like, Aries. Nobody's going to tell you what you can and can't do because you're an Aries. But in my humble opinion, if you dwell too much on the dissatisfaction, you won't move forward either. So this is saying, look, if you want something to move forward to these goals and to what you've aspired to do, then you just got to turn a new leaf and have these new beginnings. Start with the Ace. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, past month or so, and here you are showing up. Queen of Wands. It's fire sign, obviously. Aries, Sag, or Leo. Queen of Wands is somebody who's very confident, very magnetic. So you are. There's something, Aries, going on here that whether you're single or looking to reconcile, you're somebody that other people are attracted to. If you're single, this is saying, look, over the past few weeks, I really feel like some of you are starting to date for the first time, and you're really surprised because maybe before when you dated, it was just kind of like, ugh, not finding anything, this is ridiculous, whatever. And now all of a sudden you're putting yourself out there and people are attracted to it. So you need to continue whatever it is you're doing that is enticing people. Now, as long as you're being this confident, charming, sexy person, but also genuine. And I feel like there's a mix there with you, Aries, that you're genuine to a fault because you're a fire sign, and so you put yourself out there and you say, hey, you know, this is me, take it or leave it. But you're also putting in like a little dose of charm in it too. This is, you know, a confidence, a ferocity that that other people just attract to. So if you're single, I definitely feel like you have a lot of opportunities for suitors. You have a lot of opportunities to date people. If you don't right now, because I'm sure some of you are like, what? Nobody's talking to me. You will. And again, I think some of it's going to be random. I don't think it's all going to be just online. Now, this may ramp up if you've been online for a while. This also comes from within you though, right? So if you decide, hey, I'm tired of the lull, you're going to do something to step up. Take new pictures. You've been working out. Something here is changed inside of you, even if it's just a mentality or perspective on love and dating that is really going to have positive momentum. Now make sure, nothing negative here, but make sure it's not about lust. Make sure it's not about just the sexiness of it, but also about finding somebody good and putting your good self out into the universe as well. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this makes me feel like you're stepping out and maybe going, hey, you know what? I really like you. And maybe they, again, have contacted you, or you can just feel it and you know it's coming. But there's something going on with you if you're looking to reconcile where there's other people who maybe have your attention, or there's other people who are paying attention to you. And you really need to think about that, because if other people are paying attention to you and this person comes in and you're like, well, we had a strong connection, but at some point it wasn't working, it wasn't moving forward for you, then you may just want to harness this energy and see what new beginnings are coming. I feel like if you're looking to reconcile, you're teetering between, hey, I could have a new beginning, or there's prosperity here still in the connection I had with my ex. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few weeks, well, technically the next month or two, and you have the Ten of Cups. So Aries, this reading is on fire, because these cards are excellent. They're very good. The Ten of Cups is about family, joy, peace, getting what you want, getting it all. Now, not everybody wants a family. Not everybody wants to get married. Not everybody wants to buy a house. Not whatever. You get it. But if you're single, this is saying whatever you aspire to get, this versatility that you're showing, the ability to open up to all walks of life and give everybody a chance. Again, as long as they're not crazy creepos who are, you know, being obnoxious or playing games. But this Ten of Cups is saying, look, nothing in the next couple of months is going to stand in your way of getting what you want and finding that opportunity if you embrace everything, good, bad, ugly, and accept your own self and other people for what they are, what they have to offer. The Ten of Cups is beautiful. Over the next couple of months, you're actually going to be able to maybe aspire to your goals or lay the foundation. This is your theme through the month of thinking about what it is you want, thinking about those goals, and this is you saying, okay, I'm going to figure out a path to obtain those. And I think it's going to be because of your openness and your willingness and a positive outlook on love, which for some of you has been long overdue. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this feels like, hey, you want certain things in life. You want a family, or you want to adopt pets, or you just want somebody to date, you know, exclusively. You don't know that you want all the other bells and whistles that go along with love, or can go along with love if that's what you're looking for, and you're aspiring for this. I feel torn here, Aries, on reconciliation. Couple signs this month have been pretty not very good on the reconciliation front. Yours still feels 50-50. Again, we still have, you know, half the deck to read, or half the set to read, but there's something here that says you're aspiring to this. You're feeling really good about yourself, and maybe for the first time in a long time, you're feeling good about yourself. Some of you really have not had a strength in it, and maybe what you needed was some sort of like communication from them, or maybe all of a sudden you found out that their ex broke, or their new girlfriend, boyfriend broke up with them, so now they have another ex, and you're kind of like feeding off of that. And not, I mean, you don't want to do that too much, because anytime we feel good about somebody else's failure, it only comes back to bite us in the ass. But the Ten of Cups is saying, look, if you have these things you want, it's also attainable. The question is just whether it's attainable with this person or not. I feel like this communication is a long time coming. Maybe you put effort into having that communication again and they ignored you, and for some reason they're here saying, well, hey, I'd like to talk to you again. And you're kind of like, well, that makes me float on cloud 9. I'm just not sure you're the one for me anymore. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, few months, Aries, I don't even know what's going on here. All right, so you have yourself showing up in both of these cards, right? These are fire cards, fire sign cards, and you have the Four of Wands, okay? So this is happiness. This is first completion. This is making things happen. This is getting what you want. This whole read is about getting what you want. I mean, you guys have had some really good reads lately, but this is like pending out to be one of the best reads. We'll have to see what your outcome is, because I say that and I don't want to like pull the devil card or anything. But the Four of Wands is amazing. This is partnership. This is growth. This is after partnership and growth. This is the outcome of partnership and growth. This is what you can do, what you can achieve, where you can be. And the Four of Wands is about happiness, satisfaction, resting. Again, that first completion. So if you're single, this says, yes, with all these people coming in and people paying attention to you, there is one person that you can achieve this with, that you can have that happiness, that you can have this first completion. And I love that definition for this card, which is pretty much textbook in any tarot book you're going to read, that first completion comes off the Four of Wands, which to me, if you're single, says meeting somebody that you could go the distance with, meeting somebody that in a few weeks you may, you know, exclusively date, and then move on to pets, move on to family, move on to marriage, etc. Because you're also, like I said, that page plays huge here, because this is you aspiring to do different things, and then this is you putting it into action, making it happen, you know, being your charming self, being an amazing person, but again, genuine. Aries, they don't BS. Like I said, there's no, hey, let's play the game. Yes, you might play the seduction game, or you might have fun with that kind of stuff, but Aries don't often, you're almost so truthful to a fault that people are flabbergasted by the fact that they're like, wait, I didn't have to sift through any of your crap? No, because you're Aries and you put it out there and you say, hey, what you see is what you get. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't know where that came from, but I had to say that. And so this 4 right here is saying good things are coming. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, there's 2 ways I'm looking at this. This ace is screaming at me new beginnings. So either somebody has come in, made you aware of this self-confidence, what you deserve, what you should get, and this communication that's coming from this person that you're looking to reconcile with may have come a day late and a dollar short, okay? But now, with this coming up, this almost feels like maybe they're going to communicate with you. It's everything you needed. You guys are going to have some sort of new beginning, new opportunity, and then you're going to bond, and you're finally going to come to the place where you thought you were going to be. Maybe it's as simple as Aries, you guys broke each other's hearts because you weren't on the same page. Now you're coming together, and now you can get back on the same page. The next card you have is anything tangible throughout the month that you're going to experience. Could be the beginning, middle, end, something that's going to happen that you can actually see, physically, touch, hear, smell, etc. That's going to affect you. And again, it could be for an hour throughout the entire month. You have the Page of Wands. So this is spark. This is curiosity. This is wanting to know what's coming. If you're single, this says somebody is sparking you. Again, you are showing up all over your read. Fire sign. So either it's just you showing up, which is fantastic, or it's a Leo, Aries, or Sag that you're dealing with who is showing up as well, or that you may fall for that's showing up. The Page of Wands, again, is about spark, curiosity. It's about somebody building your confidence up and you building their confidence up. So if you're single, this definitely says, hey, there's your partner coming in. Somebody's coming in. You know, like I said, it could be an hour for the whole month, but I have a feeling it's going to be a little longer than that. But this is definitely some sort of new person who, and I think, no, I don't think on this one, Aries, I know. It's because you guys are so open and willing to try different avenues, to talk to different people, to not close yourself off into one expectation about a partner, that somebody really is going to introduce themselves as somebody maybe you never would have expected, or maybe you know, develop a friendship that moves into something stronger with somebody you're just like, whoa, I never would have pictured myself with somebody like this. But in fact, it turns out to be very rewarding. If you're looking to reconcile, I still feel like it's 50-50 chance. I feel like either somebody has sparked your curiosity and you do feel like you could have a new beginning, and then this person comes in and they want to communicate with you, and they may not even communicate with you directly. I feel like there could be somebody intertwined who's like, oh, feeding this guy or gal your Facebook page information. Maybe somebody you know is kind of doing the dirty work, going, oh, she's still single, or he's still single, or I feel like there's a third party in here who may intervene a little bit, and they may come to you and say, oh, you know, so-and-so broke up with his boyfriend or girlfriend, or her boyfriend or girlfriend, or whatever. And it's like, you get some sort of news or some sort of confirmation that there could be a possibility that you guys see each other or talk again. But I really feel like there's somebody here, if you're looking to reconcile, that you need to pay attention to. Because I feel like even though you had the reconciliation, that's what you were hoping for, it may not come, but that's okay, because somebody else may grab your attention instead. The next card you have is anything internal you're going to feel throughout the month. Again, same as this card. This is internal, but it could happen in the beginning, the middle, the end of the month for an hour, 2 hours, and you have the 8 of Coins. The 8 of Coins is somebody who works extremely hard. This is somebody who is, you know, going for it. They're not holding back. Somebody who has stamina, somebody who is, they're, and again, this page just keeps sticking out big time. And you have 2 pages here, but the page of coins is sticking out as your theme of the month because it is like you figuring out solutions to not problems, but achieving your goals. And the 8 goes along with this. So this is you mentally saying, if you're single, how do I get what I want? Or if somebody has sparked your curiosity, how do we go from here? Or if I really want to date somebody exclusively, what conversations are we going to have? This is you really internalizing how you get what you want without without any drama. And that's exactly what this is. This is Aries getting what they want without having to go through any drama. And you being willing to work really hard at getting what you want and figuring it out and making it happen for yourself. It's right next to this magician. And again, like I said, this magician's turning water into wine or wine into water or whatever. And this is you saying, I can make what I want happen. I can manifest my desires, my goals, etc. And it's really strong this month, Aries. And you guys have had a couple good reads, but this one's like really strong. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you understanding that if you take this person back or they take you back or whatever comes to play in this communication, there is a lot of hard work. And I want to caution you to not feel like it's duty for you, not feel like you need to do this. Look, if that ship has sailed and you have missed this person and you had a strong connection and you want to work at it, then work at it. Then have that connection and make it happen. But if all of a sudden they come in and you realize this is too much work, I almost feel like I'm obligated because I wanted them for so long. I didn't know there were these new opportunities and somehow I got a taste of it the past month or so, or even coming into March, somebody's going to make you feel like there's a reason to move on. So just be very careful. It's still really up in the air here, Aries. All right, the next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. And you have the 7 of Cups. All right, so very interesting here. If you're single, and this is you internally at the end of the month, you know, how you're feeling. And this is the 7 of Cups. This is wishful thinking. This is about temptation. So if you're single, this just cautions you to, you're going to have a lot of options and a lot of choices. And I said that here with the Ace and the new beginnings. And I said there were a lot of people who are going to be attracted to you. Be careful with this. Stick to your route. Stick to these goals. Stick to finding this. If this is what you want. The 7 of Cups is not a negative card. However, this is lots of options, lots of choices, and lots of temptation. So don't get sucked back into this lust only or this friends with benefits, or don't get sucked into a pretty face or a handsome face that doesn't treat you the way you want. Aries, this is your month. This may even be your year to shine because of things being so positive recently, and this read is extremely positive for you guys. So don't settle. Don't buy into it. Yes, you're charming and you're sexy and you're wonderful and you're a fire sign and you're a go-getter and that's passionate and people are attracted to that. But come on, Aries, you know better. And there's somebody sitting at home watching this going, you're right, you're right, you're right. He or she's telling me everything I think I need to hear, but I know for a fact that they don't have my best interest at heart. So just watch that. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, you have options too. Be careful with this. This is wishful thinking. So if they're coming back, oh, you're so sexy, oh, I want you, like, I'm cautioning you right now that their intention may be, and honestly, Aries, this is saying that somebody has got your attention and this ex is coming back in, offering you everything you ever wanted, because not because they want you, but because they don't want anybody else to have you. They don't want you, but they don't want you to be happy, or they don't want anybody else to have you. And that tells me that maybe reconciliation is not the best idea. The next card you have is your outcome for the month. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, Aries, there you go. Times are changing. I wouldn't be surprised if this is your month and this is moving into being your year. If you're single, this is unplanned changes, but this is destiny. This is something that you can't control. This is something that is going to happen whether you like it or not. But I always read the Wheel of Fortune as a very positive card, because if you've been stuck in a rut, that means the wheel is changing. if you, you know, have not been able to have a relationship, it's never moved forward, it's always been stagnant, guess what? If you're single, the possibilities here. This Wheel of Fortune is moving forward. It's going to have the potential to move into something amazing. And it really is about your luck changing. And again, it's destiny. It's farsightedness. It's seeing into the future. Again, playing with that page dramatically about you all of a sudden recognizing what your future is, what you want for your future. Not that you haven't known, but now you're putting it into play. And the wheel is going to help you spin that. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is opposite. I think times are changing, and I think that may be time to move on. For a minute, I was thinking, well, for most of the read, I was thinking maybe there's a possibility that you guys could reconcile, but I just don't know that I see it at this point, because the Wheel of Fortune is saying, look, there's something bigger at play here, and there's some new beginnings, and I really don't know that this person you're looking to reconcile with has your best intention at heart. I think that they just don't want to see you succeed, because maybe they thought they were moving on to greener pastures, or they thought they were moving on to bigger and better, and guess what? It didn't happen for them. But that doesn't mean you need to turn your wheel back to negative times. That means you need to focus on yourself and what you want. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 clarifiers, and then we'll be done here in just a second. But Aries, once again, you have an amazing read, and I really feel like of all signs right now, this may actually be your year to shine. The Chariot is your clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune. Now, that's a Cancer card, so you may be dealing with a Cancer, or maybe a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But you have the Chariot, and that's amazing. That is duality. That is figuring out how to make the Chariot move forward and be on the same page with somebody. So if you're single, this definitely says that the possibility of finding somebody and having this person spark your curiosity is huge, and they're going to be on the same page as you. Not everything is going to move in succinct, you know, directions, but the Chariot's saying, look, you're figuring out how you guys can come together and figure things out and be together, and it's going to move smoothly. The Chariot is about you guys being on the same path, having the same goals. If you're not, or if you guys don't want the same things, not that you need to want everything, but let's face it, if you want kids and they don't, then it may not work. The Chariot is figuring out who you are. It's about self-ID. It's about self-identification and self-awareness. And if you're single, you're full of that right now, and you're going to find somebody who's looking for pretty similar goals in life. If you are looking to reconcile, this is you needing to understand that if you guys are on a different path, you're not going to be able to run smoothly. You're not going to be able to come together. If you guys want the same things and you can make it happen, then great. No way, that just pulled out. If you guys want to make things happen and you're looking to reconcile, then there's a possibility you could here. I'm not displaying 100% that there's not, but if you guys aren't on the same page and you can't come together, there's somebody else out there who's going to have a little bit of a smoother ride with you, that just maybe has a better intention. Now, your clarifier for the 10 of Cups is the World. Come on, Aries. Could it get better than that? It's very, World are about first completion. So again, if you're single, there you have it. There's somebody coming in. They're going to take you off the dating sites. They're going to come in. You are no longer going to be single. You are going to be taken and swept off your feet, and bigger things are coming. This is somebody who could potentially have the same goals and give you what you want. In return, you give them what they want. This is fulfillment. This is belonging. So if you're single, you're going to feel for the first time like, hey, nothing ever moved forward in my life. What's wrong with me? Why can't I find somebody to marry? Why can't I find somebody to have a relationship? Why can't I find somebody to adopt a dog with? And the world is saying, well, you can. You just had to wait a little bit, because now you're going to feel like you're finally belonging in that. And for the first time, you may feel like you're belonging in the relationship world. Some of you haven't felt like relationship is something that you've been able to accomplish or wanted to achieve. And for the first time, you are. If you're looking to reconcile, look, the world is your oyster. Take it or leave it. This is beginnings, but also first completion. So if it's time to cut them off, cut them off. If it's not, make it a whole new beginning and cut out any past drama or crap or bullshit that would weigh you down, and make this your own. Aries, this is an amazing read. I hope you guys have a fantastic month, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.